Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness' WandaVision connection just went from static to clear signal, with Kevin Feige confirming Doctor Strange was originally planned to appear in the WandaVision finale. He's going to be the source of those never-explained commercials, but the cameo was removed, causing a rewrite to Multiverse of Madness, and most importantly, helping debunked nerd theorists like me sleep again. So you cut Doctor Strange, you cut the bunny turning into a hell demon, but you keep Ralph Boner. Okay, cool. But these reveals actually tell us a lot about how the Scarlet Witch will return in Multiverse of Madness, and really what was Doctor Strange's plan during the events of WandaVision. I'm gonna explain it all, but spoiler warning in case my theories are right, but if not, I don't care because it's more fun to be surprised. So Kevin Feige confirmed Doctor Strange was going to appear in the WandaVision finale, but was written out because he said they didn't want to overshadow Wanda's story with a bigger name Avenger stealing focus. WandaVision head writer Jack Schaefer revealed that the commercials were planned to be messages from Strange to Wanda, and that Strange was going to appear in one of those ads. Looking back, the commercials were one thing I actually managed to theorize somewhat correctly, accurately predicting that the final ad would be one for antidepressant medication, and wouldn't you know it, it was. But now that we know that these were all messages from Doctor Strange, that changes so much about how we should understand WandaVision. In episode 4, we learned that everything we had been seeing as part of Wanda's sitcom reality was being broadcasted out on local frequencies, being picked up on Darcy's AV equipment, and that includes the commercials.
They say a man is never fully dressed without...
The commercials were for the Stark Industries Toastmate 2000, the Strucker Watch, Hydra Soak Bath Soap, Lagos Paper Towels, Yo Magic Yogurt for Kids, and Nexus Antidepressants. Actually, right as WandaVision began, Feige was asked about these commercials, and he responded in some choice language. That was part of something early on. How are other truths of the show beginning to leak out? And commercials were an early idea for that, and if this is the very first Marvel MCU thing you're watching, it's just a strange version of the 50s commercial or 60s commercial that you have to keep watching the series to understand. Strange! The answer was right there, all along the whole time. But before I continue, thanks to Keeps for sponsoring this video. Losing your hair can be a bummer. Sometimes I'm over here pulling my hair out trying to figure out these theories and find all the Easter eggs, but I don't want it to be falling out on its own. Well, 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. I know guys in my life that are stressed about it. With Keeps, it's easier and more affordable to get treatment for your hair loss and to keep the hair that you have. Keeps offers generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there, but at half the cost of your local pharmacy. Like, you used to have to go to the doctor's office for this kind of treatment, but with Keeps, you can do it all from home. You meet with a doctor online and they ship the treatment right to you every 3 months, so you don't have to wait in line at the pharmacy. Find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, and nearly 100,000 men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention medication. So if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/newrockstars or click the link in the description to receive 50% off your first order. That's keeps.com/newrockstars. Now, episode 8 confirmed the many theories that the commercials were linking to Wanda's history, like the mysterious red-colored beeping of the Stark toaster was indeed Wanda's subconscious reminding her of the Stark bomb that traumatized her in Pietro. The Strucker Watch and Hydra Soak were nods to her time with Baron von Strucker in the Hydra lab. Lagos Paper Towels referenced her guilt for the casualties she caused in Lagos, Nigeria at the beginning of the Civil War. But Yo Magic Yogurt and Nexus Antidepressant remained a bit up for interpretation. Like, sure, you could say they're reflections of Wanda's sorcery and status as a Nexus level being, as a Scarlet Witch. Nexus meaning a Marvel being that can detach oneself from any one reality. But the series itself never explicitly confirmed that intention. Until now, with this Doctor Strange reveal. The Westview hex with its shifting sitcom aesthetic was mostly Wanda's doing, of course, but other sorcerers could use their magic to meddle within that hex. Agatha Harkness arrived after it began and manipulated Wanda within it, trying to steal her sorcery, but Doctor Strange was also interfering via these commercials. His interrupted messages took the form of classic television because, like everything in the hex, Wanda's sorcery warped Strange's messages to fit the broader aesthetic. And the fact that Wanda trumped Strange here is why Agatha told Wanda,
"Your power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme."
Doctor Strange sensed the Westview hex the same way Agatha did, and his plan was to awaken Wanda from her hex by sending her these messages at key moments of cognition or vulnerability. In episode 1, it was the confused phone call between Wanda and Vision that set up the whole second half of the episode, which led to Strange sending the message reminding Wanda of her Sokovian origin, which is why Wanda brings up her Sokovian background right after this. In episode 2, Doctor Strange saw that moment Dottie broke the glass and antagonized Wanda, which broke Wanda's reality for just a second, allowing Strange to ping her with a reminder of her time with Strucker. In episode 3, the commercial comes right after that scene with that awkward internal jump cut, and when Wanda's water breaking causes it to rain inside, at which point Doctor Strange comes in with the Hydra Soak commercial. In episode 5, Strange comes in with the ad for Lagos paper towels right after Wanda threatens Hayward and Sword to stay out of Westview, warning Wanda about the last time she used her chaos magic to hurt people. Then in episode 6, Wanda suspects Pietro as a bad influence, and then shortly after, Strange's commercial message is for Yo Magic Yogurt, featuring a broy predator calling the kid "Lil Dude," just like Pietro does.
There you go, little dude. Right on, little dude.
This is a way of Strange telling Wanda that the only way for her to survive is to use her magic, which Wanda does at the end of this episode. And then the final commercial comes in episode 7, precisely when Wanda is shocked to hear the voice of the director, which we later discover is Agatha's modulated voice behind the camera. And in that moment of cognition, Strange comes in to tell Wanda that she is a Nexus being. But in this message, he includes this warning.
You should not take Nexus unless your doctor has cleared you to move on with your life.
And as I suspected at the time, the doctor is Doctor Strange. I think this was the commercial he was going to appear in. His message to Wanda is to wake up from the stream and consult your Doctor Strange to unleash your true potential. Now, while this was left out of WandaVision, Feige indicated this cut meant rewrites to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So Strange's attempts to contact Wanda inside the Hex still might be MCU canon and could get explored in that film, as the Scarlet Witch becomes the antagonist of that story. Because in this same article, Elizabeth Olsen said that Wanda fled Westview to a place no one would find her because she knows she's going to be held accountable. And in this post-credits scene, it's now even clearer how it ties in with Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange's music. Wanda using astral projection, a move used by Doctor Strange, except she's even more advanced because she doesn't need to be asleep to do this. But notice the camera movement. The camera swoops in across the lake, never cutting as it glides into the cabin and into the back room, as if seen from the unblinking point of view of the ever-watching Sorcerer Supreme himself. So, my friends, Doctor Strange was not a no-show in WandaVision. Westview and Wanda Maximoff were one of his biggest failures. And as he has to face her in Multiverse of Madness, when the Scarlet Witch reaches her Nexus potential, I don't think she's gonna seek a doctor's prescription. Not that anyone will be able to read it anyway. I mean, even for a doctor, Steve's handwriting is terrible. Support New Rockstars by checking out one of our many great merch options at newrockstarsmerch.com, like this shirt. You can get it. You can be me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EA Voss. Subscribe to New Rockstars for breakdowns of everything Marvel. Thank you for watching. Bye.